This is like this theory that if we just show it to them and educate them about sex, they'll do things responsibly. No, usually if you introduce something that people of a certain mindset, children or the mentally handicapped, are not thinking about, they're going to start thinking about it. That's the whole problem with this logic. You're going to show this to kids, and then kids replicate what they do. It's just like when I was a kid and I played Transformers with my friends and stuff, and we all, I'm Optimus Prime, I'm Megatron, whatever. You see what I'm saying? Because that's how kids' minds work. Whatever they consume, they sort of act out. That goes the same for all of this type of behavior. That's why you can't show it to them. And if you watch this video, their whole thing is, if you teach the mentally handicapped about this, they'll be aware of it. Yes, but they'll also start doing things to themselves at night and trying to play with themselves during recess. Which
that's
happens,
why.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we have such a red line approach to the sex offenders and to the to the diddlers. Okay, folks, because we are all well aware of what Jose said. Children, they do what they see and they see what they do, which makes them prime targets for these kinds of detestable people.
And it's really odd that Collective Shout, who claim to be the people who are like, we're trying to protect children from this, think the way to protect them is to expose them to it, as long as you pay us $6.99, $7, which is funny because I thought that they were trying to eliminate it from the internet. And here they are trying to introduce it to the internet. So, in other words, those Gooner games, we're mad at that. We don't want, anyone looking at that. But look at our Collective Shout approved pornography for $7. Pay us money. Pay us money. And that seems very stupid. You know how you protect your kids from this? You raise your kids properly. You figure out.
It's not very stupid, Jose, when you realize that what Collective Shout are doing is for the same reason police will never get rid of crime and the military will never stop wars. All Collective Shout want to do is to institutionalize their system of victimhood and use this as a pipeline to encourage more censorship.
Yeah, every one of these groups needs to have a dragon to slay. If they no longer have a dragon to slay, then there's no longer a justification for their existence. So that's why these groups never go away. They always find something new. That's how the hate on display database of the ADL has about 200 different numbers in it, because that's how petty they have to be in order to say, we'll see all these are hate symbols, we have to fight these. And Collective Shout is more of the same in that regard. That's why nobody should take these groups seriously. Look, you take power away from all these hate symbols. Don't be offended by them, like we've talked about several topics ago. Don't be offended by them. If you're not offended by it, it has no power over you. It's very simple.
How is the number 14 a hate slur?
Math is racist.
Okay, how is the number 88 a hate slur? And why is it hateful if I put those two numbers together? Right? The year 1488 was a very good year. It was. In fact, type that down, folks, to find out. 1488, great year.
Some items at Walmart are on clearance for $14.88. Are they supposed to change the price because it might trigger somebody? How does that work? But it just makes no sense.
It's absolutely ridiculous, guys, and I want to make this clear right here, right now. It never stops with the opposition, right? Collective Shout will not even stop if they pimp out your children for money. These are the kind of people we are dealing with. There's never we've gone too far. You give these kinds of people enough power and they'll blow up the world because reality doesn't fit with their preconceived delusions of grandeur.
And imagine being taught sex from senior-aged virgin Karens. This is like me teaching you astrophysics.
Well, no, it's like it's like this, Helzo, and I think everyone should be aware of this. The kind of people who want to teach young people about sex are the kind of people who want to fuck your children.
Exactly. Last chance at getting it all.
I'm sorry to put it that way, folks, but my mentor taught me to be direct about what we are dealing with, and politically speaking, since we're right in the trenches of this topic, politically speaking, the left have always had a propensity for fiddling children. Oh, look, Jose's mother made a brief cameo appearance. That is not the frame of a 73-year-old. Okay, are you sure that's not your girlfriend? Sure?
Yes, I'm absolutely sure. 70. Yeah,
she has a nice rear end for a 73.
Jesus Christ.
She does. She has a very nice figure.
Don't let your mother watch this, Jace.
Oh,
Don't
God.
let your I
Your father must have been a player. Did he run away afterwards?
No, he died of cancer.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, the pussy was so good it gave him throat cancer, folks.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Liver cancer from drinking because he needed to be drunk to put up with her.
Oh, my goodness. But, Roger, have you said anything about this topic?
Yeah, it was the whole entire thing of what about the whole consenting aspect at 5 years old. And like I said, just literally anybody who will lock up all the people who are even a part of this site, but also just lock up the people that think, oh, this is a good idea to teach my child. No, you are a disgusting human being if you even have an inkling of a thought that you should be teaching as young as a 5-year-old about anything sexual.
At 5 years old, I was watching Sesame Street and playing in the sandbox, not thinking about any of this crap. This is ridiculous. This is absurd.
I know, folks. I found the reason for this. It all makes sense now, ladies and gentlemen. Collective shouted doing this to appeal to the Muslim population.
Oh
my goodness.
Clear.
No.
It's absolutely clear. Although the number of underage marriages has been going down consistently in the Islamic world, it is still perfectly legal for a man of any age to marry a woman of any age, as long as they have the family's permission.
As long as that number is above 0, they don't belong anywhere in a civilized society, in my opinion.
And they also
anyone can call me racist. Sorry.
Well,
if your mindset includes no doesn't mean no, and your child can marry to a 40-year-old man, no, you don't. Don't go away. Sorry.
Well, first of all, Helzo, you're not a racist, because a religious group is not a race unless you're
True.
Jewish.
Yes. True.
Second of all, ladies and gentlemen, as I saw Jose's mother, who looks very good for 73, close that door, man. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep commenting every time she comes past. It's like, you looking damn fine for 73, lady. You need your back rubbed. You need your back rubbed. But it is a way of life for at least 1 billion people, right? And most of these marriages are arranged marriages for the purpose of alliance. There she is again, for the purpose of family alliances. Okay, right? And that's the main reason you have like a 40-year-old marrying a 4-year-old. It's to unite the family. And, I know we Westerners are like, yeah, that's fucking disgusting. But let's face it, folks, our ancestors did the same fucking thing. The only difference is we saw how bad it was and got rid of that shit real quick. And they haven't. That's the only difference between Christians and Muslims, right? Or, Westerners and the towelheads. We changed. They haven't. Simple. We may not be as principled as they are, but we don't fuck children. So, there is a danger of being so principled that it's poisonous. And it's not just principle, but being so much of one thing that it is poisonous. Right? If Helzo was like super into cats, he would like have 10,000 cats in his home. He's too into it, so it's poisonous. He only has 6. You have 6, right?
5 if you count my wife's cat.
Right, there we go. Close enough, folks. I'll have to add that into Helzo's file, right? Too much of anything in one direction is too poisonous and dangerous. And that's why it's very, very important to highlight the fact that what Collective Shout is doing is just wrong. It needs to be exposed. The organization needs to be broken up. And the people who are part of that organization need to be monitored carefully. So there you go. We appreciate everyone for watching today's show so far. I think we have time for one more topic before we go into future plans. And yes, Helzo has made it quite clear. Only a few more donations, and Helzo will play just the one Dustborn playthrough. And, we could make this like a donation goal, right? For all the network hosts, if they succeed, they can play Dustborn. I don't think. Well, I don't think Noise Pollution has ever done a game stream, so that'll be an interesting. Oh, what if he watches a Dustborn playthrough and reacts to it? Or what if he just reacts to Dustborn?
If we reach my goal for today, he's gonna watch my Dustborn playthrough.
Oh damn! Oh damn, folks! We all need to understand right here, right now, right? Children are not adults. Adults are not children. That's why in the UK, if you're under 16, and in the US, if you're officially under 18, stop watching this video, right? In fact, take your phone to the nearest hammer and smash it to pieces. The same with your laptop and any technological advice, and go climb a tree. In fact, better yet, hang a beep from that tree, okay? You hang that fucking beep from that tree and you dance around that beep.
We do that at birthdays in my culture. Oh, you didn't mean piñatas. My bad.
No. Hello, what's your name?
Well, there are piñatas of assault.
Hey, Helzo, what's the name
They
of
do
your
burst to this. He's called Easy. Because nothing about his life was easy before we found him.
Thank you to Jeremiah Norris for the $5 donation. For saying the following: the first Apple PC kit from 1976 was 66.66 per unit. Yeah, and it just goes to show that the guy who made Apple was batshit crazy and preferred drinking orange juice to getting cancer treatment. Steve Jobs, ladies and gentlemen. But on that note,
disgusting, tangent kings of new age, a story sing disgusting, close and grow.